So I've been waiting for this one for a very, very long time. I am so excited it is finally here. So you guys stick with me on the other side of the intro. You know what to do. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Scott Aromatico. Thank you for joining me for yet another fragrance review. I hope wherever you are, this video is finding you well and you are at peace and happy as well. Thank you for being here, like I said, and today, as you can tell from the thumbnail that you just clicked on, we are talking about a brand new 2024 release from Zoologist Perfumes. That's right, we're talking about Rabbit. And I am so excited to bring you this fragrance. One thing that drew me to Zoologist, I got to admit, my whole life, ever since I was a wee little boy, I dreamt of being a cartoonist. I've always wanted to be a cartoonist in some capacity. I love doodling, I love drawing, and who knows, maybe I'll even show you one of my drawings one day. But that is one of the things that drew me to Zoologist, is the artwork and the drawings. That's what I really, really love about Zoologist. And then there's the story. I love the story that they invoke and that they tell. We all know that perfume tells a story without even saying a word, but Zoologist really helps the story along with their nice writings and their nice illustrations. Absolutely fantastic, and they spare no attention to detail when it comes to the design of the box, all the way from their award-winning perfumes. They are so amazing. If you're looking for fragrances that really, really stand out, that you're not going to smell like everybody else that goes to the boutique stores, Zoologist is the place for you, because like I said, they really, really are a cut above the rest, especially with their details. And one of my favorite details by them is they don't really make a lot of mass appealing scents, right? They really just make fragrances that are, that are not for everybody. And so they give you that opportunity to test them out by selling single samples. I love that they do that. And I hope that more indie niche perfume houses will not just sell sample sets, but will sell individual samples. So today I'm going to be reviewing to you the sample that I have, and I'm so excited to do it, guys. Look at this presentation. Isn't she amazing? She is so adorable. I think that's absolutely cool. Also, that when you get your sample, you don't get one of those little splashers, that you have to dump out and splash in your hand. You waste the whole thing, it spills everywhere. Absolutely love that they have a sprayer as well, guys. And that's what it looks like. So cool. Look at that juice. Juice is a little bit on the dark side. But guys, the inside, when you open it up, you get that full presentation. That's what the bottle would look like, guys, right there. Kind of gives you an idea what the notes are. And here are the notes listed. And then you've got a nice little story about Rabbit and what this fragrance is supposed to invoke. I'm not going to read you that story, but I am going to tell you about the fragrance, what it smells like to me, break down the notes, tell you when I would wear it, and all that good stuff. Anyways, this fragrance is going to cost you around $175 when it's released. It is not released yet. Release date for this particular fragrance is going to be May 24th, so just a little under a month, and I am super excited for this one for sure. So guys, let's go ahead and let me show you real quick the presentation. And since I only have a sample, I wanted to show you what the actual full bottle presentation looks like. And usually with just about every Zoologist fragrance, there's two presentations. There's the deluxe model and then just the regular run-of-the-mill model. But still, every single one is still very beautiful. So that's what the deluxe model looks like. I love all the colors on there. That one really, really pops, and the detail is absolutely amazing. And then here's just the regular one with the white box. Still a great presentation, great illustration, and great story. So just to give you an idea of what the presentation looks like, an absolutely beautiful bottle. But you guys came here for the smell of the fragrance. Just gonna do two little sprays here. The perfumer of this particular fragrance is Fanny Ball. If I'm saying that right, I hope I am. I don't mean to butcher her name. Fanny Ball. Okay, when I smell this fragrance, it's not at all what I imagined. The first thoughts that I conjure up or that came to my mind is that this was a fragrance that was going to be very vegetative in nature or have a vegetable-like scent. And I know those are some of the notes that are in this, but when I first smell this, the very first thing I pick up is just a bit of fruitiness, and I think that's coming from the apple note, and I really, really pick that up along with the cinnamon. And there's so much going on with this. There's a bit of an earthiness that's coming from the hay, I'm smelling a little bit of nuttiness as well, and a bit of a gourmand-like scent. This is definitely gourmand. And in fact, as the fragrance starts to change, you really get those gourmand facets. It's a bit powdery, a bit animalic. It still has that animalic nature that most zoologist fragrances have. But I gotta tell you guys, I have a feeling this one's gonna explode off the shelf. I have a feeling this is gonna be one of their most popular scents, because to me, might be one of the most mass appealing fragrances, but still maintaining that zoologist DNA that's, a little bit off-putting, but still smells, this one still smells amazing. It's got a little bit of that animalic touch, but it's also got a mass appealing nature to it. And guys, this smells less like a garden and more like a rabbit bakery, if you will. What I mean by that is, this definitely has a whimsical nature about it. It's definitely more, and this is really not my idea. I kind of picked this up by reading some things about this fragrance. This has got more of a, a fairy book, fantasy, cartoon-like rabbit feel, more than it does a real-life rabbit. It kind of smells like if a fantasy rabbit or a cartoon, like a Velveteen Rabbit or Peter Rabbit. Something like that. It's got, like, if you were to visit their home and enter into their cottage, it smells like they would be cooking up something at the dinner table or some kind of dessert in a cozy cottage with a fireplace. It invokes more of that kind of rabbit than it does a real rabbit to me, because of the sweetness from it. So it's less like a garden and more like a rabbit bakery, if you will, for lack of a better way to describe. There's definitely some sweetness as it starts to dry down, and just a touch of earthiness. It smells really good, guys. I've got to admit, this one is really good. It leans a little bit feminine to my nose. Well, let's go ahead and read the notes and we'll just get into it a little bit more. So in the top, you have a green vegetable accord, you have a leaf accord, cinnamon, bergamot, and apple. In the heart of the composition, you have clover flower, carrot, jasmine absolute, and violet. In the dry down or the base, you have patchouli, musks, hay, white almond, vanilla, and biscuit accord. When I first smell this, I really don't pick up a lot of that green vegetable note. There's a bit of greenness to it. Sure, there's a whole lot of earthiness, but I really don't get that vegetable accord. Maybe the leaf accord, maybe that's where I'm getting the earthiness, and I think that earthiness is coming from that leaf accord. And then I'm getting a slight sweet earthiness, and that's coming from the hay. You definitely smell that as soon as you spray it, but I'm getting less of that vegetable note. And then what I'm really picking up, to me the star in the opening, although it's very fleeting, is that apple note. That apple note is really beautiful and gorgeous and sweet, and it's more like a red apple as opposed to a green apple, in my opinion. And it mixes really well with that cinnamon, giving it that nice gourmand facet. There's a sweetness and a greenness also coming from the clover, and then of course the carrot is really nice. And there is iris in this, and I know that the carrot accord and iris pair really well together. In fact, I know sometimes a lot of perfumers use a carrot accord to help, bring about that iris note too, when they're just making it synthetically and can't really find iris or not really using iris. They use a carrot accord a lot to bring about that iris note. But carrot and iris really pair well together, and I love the carrot in this. The jasmine absolute, I think, gives it a bit of an animalic touch that I absolutely like, and there is a nice powderiness to this mixed with that carrot coming from the violet that does help this lean feminine, in my opinion. To me, the apple and the cinnamon in the beginning of the star, and then as this starts to develop, the bigger stars are all in the base. The base really plays in this fragrance, in my opinion, with that patchouli giving it a sweet darkness, the musks in this giving it that animalic touch, and then the hay and the white almonds give it that beautiful sweetness, that nice gourmandish touch, mixed with the apple, mixed with the cinnamon. Then you have the vanilla and biscuit accord. And like I said, it really does smell like a sweet bakery. Now, a lot of people are saying out there, because of course I did my research ahead of time, a lot of people are invoking, and I think even the brand is invoking, like a carrot cake-like smell. Maybe. I don't really pick up carrot cake. Now, I live in a home where my father loved carrot cake. We had carrot cake almost every freaking week. I kid you not. My dad loved this stuff. And I think on our carrot cake, not everybody might do it different all over the world, but we always had cream cheese on the top, and I hated it. I always scraped it off. But I think maybe that's why it doesn't remind me of carrot cake, because I'm really not picking up that sweet cream cheese, sugary note. Maybe that's what the vanilla is supposed to invoke. But carrot cake, but I do love the almond, and I do love that biscuit note, and the vanilla mixed with all that. A nice smelling bakery, a fantasy bakery, if you will, where say Peter Rabbit lives or Velveteen Rabbit lives. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Man, this fragrance is very, very mass appealing. It's very, very nice. I love it so much. Like Harvest Mouse, it's definitely a gourmand, but I think people are gonna love this one a whole lot more. The dry down is so nice. I'll wear this fragrance. Even though I said it leans feminine, I would definitely wear this one. I love the dry down. It smells really, really nice. And like I said, mass appealing while still maintaining that zoologist DNA. Let me know, do you smell carrot cake? And for those of you who have smelled this already and are watching this review, comment down below if you really get that carrot cake vibe. I don't really get it. I know a lot of people are saying it, and maybe they pick that up because it's in the photographs or somebody already mentioned it, and so they already think they smell it because it's been mentioned. I don't really pick that up, but I do pick up a nice gourmandish quality that everybody is sure to love. This, to me, what time of year to wear this? For me, this is like early spring when it starts to get really hot here in South Carolina. I don't know, but this is definitely an early spring fragrance, a fall fragrance, and a winter fragrance. I feel like this is a little bit too gourmandish, a little bit too sweet. It's not the sweetest fragrance I've ever smelled, but to me it seems a little too sweet for summertime. That's just my opinion, but I definitely can see early spring, fall, and winter, perfect time to wear this fragrance. Okay, as far as performance, not a really big fan of talking about performance, but I get it. When you spend $175, you want to get more bang for your buck. So I would say this fragrance projects at about an arm's length. This doesn't have a massive scent bubble, so you're not going to choke people out. You're not going to offend anybody. You're definitely not going to offend anybody because this stuff smells absolutely intoxicating. But it's about an arm's length, and as far as how long it lasts, I'd say somewhere between 6 to 8, and I think it depends on your skin type and how well you're hydrated and so on. It's not a one size fits all when it comes to performance, but I'm going to say somewhere in that 6 to 8 hours. At least that's my experience on the couple times that I've worn it. What occasion would you wear it? I think you can get away with wearing it pretty much anywhere, anytime, because it's so non-offensive, and it's not one of those weird zoologist fragrances where you smell like an animal or animal musk or whatever the case may be, where you're going to freak somebody out. You can really get away with wearing this at the office. You can wear it to run errands, wear it for the date night, during the day, or at night, and I think you'd really get away with this fragrance. So what are my opinions about this fragrance? This is definitely 2 thumbs up. This is definitely worth owning, but don't take my word for it. Definitely take a sample, test it out for yourself. I'm gonna give this one, the Siskel and Ebert, 2 thumbs up. It's definitely an amazing fragrance. I love this house, and to me, this will be one of their best sellers in the line. It's so, so good. So guys, definitely give it a try. Zoologist is an amazing house. I love the storytelling, I love the art, but here's a fragrance that is very wearable that I think you all are gonna love, and it's quickly gonna become a favorite among the fans and the new people of Zoologist. You guys are gonna love this one, so definitely check it out. Like I said, it doesn't go on sale till May 24th for $175, but right now samples are available, so get them while supplies last. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you love this video or got any value from it whatsoever, please leave that thumbs up. It really helps this video get out to the algorithm. If you'd love to be a part of my fragrance family, hit that subscribe button down below, hit those bell notifications off the side, and I cannot wait until I see you until the next video. I hope wherever you are, you're at peace and happiness, and keep on smelling good, everybody. Thank you. See you next time.